Hi Cubs, and welcome to another DigiWatch. I've put mine a little bit later because I realized I would have clashed with Mario's videos and I don't want to do that. Now, this is going to be an interesting DigiWatch. It's more like, I guess, predictions of what's coming up because we're in a bit of an interesting spot, I would say, market-wise. So, the first thing I want to highlight is that we've had some Blast Ace news. Talking about now for like 3 weeks, but the AA, we've got some Blast Ace news. And remember the time when we had the Black War-Greymon? It was just a promo. It was literally like 10-20 cents and nobody was buying it until the Ultimate Cup happened and some other stuff happened, and then the price just skyrocketed. I understand that with Blast Ace, it doesn't matter what color your Digimon is or anything like that, but I feel like that's what's going to happen with this card. This card's effect is not that good, but I feel like it would be worth just getting a promo for like 40 cents, which most likely people's going to give you for free. And just seeing and waiting what's happening with it. If it doesn't work now, it might work later. I just always trust something that's a Gururumon or an Agumon or a Greymon that will be popular later. Now, Ultimate Cup just happened. If you're lucky enough, you probably went into the top 128. It's not too hard to get to 128 for most people. But you would have gotten the Digimon card. It is currently sitting at $75. In terms of these cards, I would say that as soon as you get them, try and sell them. Because the Ultimate Cup, these cards will only just get cheaper as the year goes by because there will be more Ultimate Cups. War Grey X Antibody. We're going to be getting support in BT12. Everyone's probably aware of that. And this card is skyrocketed. I would say just wait a bit more until BT12 and just sell your cards if you have any. If you're wanting to buy these, it is not a good time. Speaking of War Grey, let's talk about Kamiya. Kamiya has actually seen a little bit of a rise. I'm hoping that most of you guys have gotten this because it's just going to see more incredible rises like throughout from BT12 onto BT13, past the X4 and everything in between. I feel like it won't rise too immediately, but it will take a big jump up and leap into the high of things. So I would recommend buying this now if you can. Digimon. So the alternate art is interesting with this because Mastermon is seeing a little bit more play. I think it's starting to get a bit more popular with locals because now people are getting used to the deck. It's a very hard deck to have. But the alt art hasn't really budged a little bit, so I would say just wait until it kind of goes down, beats 12, yada yada. Alphamon. Let's talk about Alphamon. I feel like everyone's forgotten about BT13 Moral Knights, which is probably good for anybody who might want to play Alphamon. It's $20. It's a secret alt art. I think that's really good. So I think it's definitely worth buying now because it is definitely dropped. At one point it was going closer to the 30s, I believe. But now it's kind of maintained its mark. It was lowest was probably 17. But I would say it's going to rise eventually because people want to basically invest all in the BT12 and then BT13, and this card will rise up. So if you can grab a copies, please do. I know I will be grabbing mine. Lucemon. Lucemon has been on such a high. It was at one point almost $50 in terms of its sales, but now it's kind of had a median of $35. I would recommend that if you can get it before it gets even higher. I don't think it'll get higher too soon though, because everyone will be focusing on other purple decks like Beelzemon and possibly Minerva, which doesn't really use this card as much, so it might go down. But I would say like I would try and grab a copy if I can for this price. X Antibody pre-release. Now, everyone is focusing on the X Antibody in the Beelzemon set. So this has dropped quite significantly. And I would recommend if you do want some X Antibody pieces, you could wait a little bit longer. I would say a couple of weeks more into April and then probably pick these up because it's definitely going to go lower. Let's speak about BT12 a bit. SHINEGREYMON's going to have support. I was talking to a friend today and they were saying how many people will be investing more in BT12 just because they know SHINEGREYMON will have all of the support. I recommend if you have these cards, keep on to them because it's only just going to get higher with time. I remember at one point when we had the whole Metal Seedramon deck thing, even those alt arts were actually harder to find and a bit more expensive. So I'd recommend just keeping these just in case. I'm not exactly sure with the effect, maybe because I'm a very young player in terms of all of you guys, but I would recommend keeping a hold on to these because the price is definitely going to go up. Emperor Greymon Alt Art. So Emperor Greymon's going to be having support with Red Hybrid, as you know. We're going to be having a new Emperor Greymon. I'm not sure how much play this one will be able to see. As I've said, BT9 meta for me. But I think that if you are going to get an alt art for this, or if you have it, definitely keep it. If you want it, it might be a good time to purchase it now. It is a bit of a high ask for an SR, I think, almost $30. But we'll see. It was definitely lower beforehand. Oh no, never mind. It was $29. It was a bit lower at one point, which was here. It was $19, which was a really good price. But it seems like it's going to be going up soon because of Red Hybrid. So I would recommend that if you're going to be selling this, just wait a little bit longer. Beelstarmon Alt Art. Beelstarmon is just going to get more expensive. As we said in previous videos, it's kind of ridiculous how waifu tax definitely gets a hold of people. Even one sale was at $85, even $90. So she's probably gonna start just staying there for a long time. And EX4 is gonna be right around the corner. I think it's coming out in July for us, or to June. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. So I think it might be better just to wait it out if you're gonna get an altar, just to let things die down a bit. Let SHINEGREYMON go up, you'll slowly go down, and it's time to buy. Digimon Alt Art. Now, I don't usually like to profile high expensive cards like this, but I think it's just worth just trying it out. So Digimon Alt Art has actually had a huge dip. 150 is probably one of the times that is really good for this card, but I feel like it's going to go up definitely with BT12 because we're going to get that Chaos Dramon X antibody. But Digimon hasn't been absolutely ridiculous like how we have seen with the Mastermon card. I'm not sure with Alpha's Digimon because the BT2 version is not really played in the deck. So even its gold variant is not as sought after, but still it's gold. It's wonderful. But I feel like it's definitely going to go up. So if you have this card by chance, and I'm just like, wow, please share some of that RNG, just hold on to it. Definitely, because it's going to get more expensive. Now, Ultimate Cup is over. Ultimate Cup meta is dead, but for some reason people are still trying to buy this card. I understand the hype, but at the same time, I find that if you're playing Yuya in your War Greymon deck or Black War Greymon deck, if anyone still wants to be able to play that, this kind of holds you off because you need a Greymon in your raising in order for Yuya's effects to kind of go off. And it just, I can understand that, yes, it's probably good. Maybe you could have one in your deck, but if it's a specifically tribal deck, it might be better just to lay off this card. However, if somebody wants to ride on the hype and you're so happy to have this card, sell it. I'm definitely going to be selling mine. Hammer Spark 2021 Championship Finals. I've been kind of monitoring this card and it's just keeps going down. I feel like it's going to keep going a bit more down in the future because Blue Hybrid hasn't really got its support. I think it has like 2 cards in the upcoming set. So it means it will only get a bit more cheaper. I say keep your eye on this card. Don't sell it because it could possibly get even higher. And the final card that we're looking up at today in the market watch is Rise Greymon X Antibody. We're talking about Rise Greymon beforehand. It has seen a bit of a leap. I would say in terms of this card, if you want to get a pre-release Rise Greymon X Anti, feel free to try and grab them before they're gonna get really, really expensive. It was $9. Some people were even selling for $8 or $7, but as we get closer to the meta, it's gonna just keep going up, and I'm kind of afraid if you want to buy this card, you should probably take it now. If you want to sell it, definitely wait. Guys, this has been our DigiWatch for this week. I'm sorry that it's a day late, but I just like to respect other creators when they come out with their market watches, and I hope I can see you at the next one. I'll see you, Cubs. Bye bye.